Well, welcome out again to another AI class. This one, we're going to talk about using AI to create optimized eBay listings. We're going to show three different ways of doing it. We have we're going to use Gemini. Then we're going to move to, well, I'm going to use the free version of Gemini. And then I'm going to use my paid version of ChatGPT. And then we're going to move into a new program called BetterLister.ai. This is a program from Tech and Sports. And more on him in a little while, but that's what we're looking at tonight. If you have any questions, my email is listed right here. And the information that we're using is accurate as of July 25. That means that things change. In August, they'll be different. But right now, in this month, in this year, what I'm showing you is accurate. But things are subject to change in this world. So do you have any questions before we begin? Anything you'd like me make sure I cover? Any questions? I hear crickets. That's not a bad thing. So let's play. Here you go. Now we're on to another browser. And this browser is going to show Gemini, ChatGPT, and then here's the Better Lister tab. So we're going to start with Gemini. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a listing from pictures. So I've already taken some pictures. We're going to bring those up. And what you do is you just copy paste. And the simplest thing to do is I have them already took them this evening with my camera. Well, actually my phone camera. And then I'm an Apple guy. So I used the ability to transfer between Apple phone and Apple Mac just by drag and drop it. So that's what I was able to do. With Gemini, you can take the standard pictures from your iPhone, which come across in a format called HEIC. That's a high def format. You can bring those over and you can copy them straight into Gemini, and Gemini can handle it no problem. I moved these over to JPEGs, which are a little bit easier for computer programs to do. So I'm going to bring those over, and then I'm going to give it a command. I'm going to tell it to create an optimized eBay listing from these photos. Let's see what it does for us. It recognized what kind of pants they are. It recognized the model. It also has in my pictures the measurements. I do my measurements a little bit different than a lot of people do. I have them on a form that looks. I'll show it to you. I write on my all my images, all my measurements onto this document here. Do you see it? So I'll do.
Yes, yes. I actually made my own based on yours. I made my own.
So this is how I do all my measurements. I'll hang the piece up on the wall on the board, and then just take my ruler and write all these measurements down. Once I bag it, I then weigh it, write that weight down. I'll put the size, the color, and excellent on this pair, excellent condition. And then I will then put my initials to make it kind of personal. But in all of my listings, you're going to see this document is what I use to just keep my measurements. So what happens when you upload that to the software? It measures it. It reads it. It reads that one document right there, and it puts in the measurements. All these different things are now listed, including UPC number, model number. All this is from the tag that was inside the pants. So I took a picture of that. I took a picture of this, which has the model number and the size. It does all this pretty quick. Puts in the right category, and then the optimized title. you could copy paste and put this right into your listing. This is doing it one at a time. So you have multiple pictures. You could create your listing from this, copy paste into the eBay program, and then do new chat and bring in the next feature, the next set of pictures. You can just do this over and over and over again until you get it right, until you get them all done. So it's easy, it's quick, pretty accurate. You'll need to, of course, make sure that it's right, but the overall it's a straight up good program to do that with. This works. This worked for me for a long time. This is actually pretty close to the format that I use anyhow when I was doing it by hand. But it gives you everything you need for the item specifics, as well as the description and the condition. Not much more you need here, except maybe the price. That's the one thing it's not doing, is giving you the price. I'm just flying off the seat of my pants here. Okay, there's your suggested price. So I'd start at the higher end. I'd do the $40 and let people give me an offer. All right. Any questions about Gemini? Hey.
No, I love it.
Okay. Gemini will be that one is the free version. You don't have to pay for that to get that level of effort out of it. Something else you can do, which is I'm doing a lot of right now, is taking old listings and having the chat software rewrite the description and the title for me. And then I will relist that item with the new title and the new description. And that is creating actually new sales. I'm selling a lot of older product doing it that way. So you can copy the absolute address of the eBay listing, just copy it, put it into the search bar, tell the software to analyze that link and write an optimized listing for that link. It will do that. Then you go back, delist it and then you relist it using the title and description that the software gives you. And that allows you then to have a new listing with the same pictures, but better optimized title and description. Okay, now let's go back up to we're on ChatGPT. ChatGPT does not like the HEIC format, so you have to take your pictures and change them to a JPEG, which I've already done. Then you give it the same command. Now, yes, you could have copy pasted the command from one to the other. It picked up on the model number, of course, the company name, the model number. Good keywords here. Very good, because it is a made in USA product. It picked up the measurements off my form, including the weight. Here's good keywords. But what it did not do was give you item specifics. So there's a difference, big difference between this and Gemini, is the item specifics are not listed here. But it's a decent title and a decent description, and then the item details, measurements, and care are all there. This will be a good starting point. You'll still need to fill out the item specifics and the pricing. Let's see what the price would be. That's very accurate. These generally, I sell these, I list them for 25 and sell them for anywhere from $15 to $18. So this is very accurate. All right, any questions on this?
Well, which program do you prefer?
I use ChatGPT because I have a subscription and it allows me unlimited searches and it allows me to input a lot of different photos. But I also use it in my day job. So we utilize this program a lot during the day. So this is the one I use. Gemini is good if you use it, and you get your money's worth. It's a Google product. It's very powerful, very fast, and it does not charge you for about the same information, if not better. So you do you. I'm just showing you what's available and what your opportunities are. Let's see what it does here with the same product. Gemini does have a limit to how many words you can put in your query, and that's 32 words. This Gemini is coming up with a good title and all the item specifics, which ChatGPT did not do it without me having to ask. And here's the price. It's saying the price is higher. Okay. This is one you should play with. This is one you should do on your own. And you would then get whatever you're comfortable with. They both work just fine. They both work really good. All right, any questions about that so far? Okay. I'm going to move on to Better Lister now. Tech and Sports was the #1 men's seller on eBay for like 15 years in every category. He has taken his knowledge of how to create a listing, how to create specific item specifics, descriptions, his pricing methods. He has put all that into a program he calls BetterLister.ai. It is a paid subscription. It is $49.99, $50, $50 a month. And for that, you get 100 listings in that $50. So they're 50 cents a piece. The way I look at it is for 50 cents, I've got the #1 men's seller on eBay writing my listings by proxy. I kind of like that. Now, you saw me with the AI tools, I was doing one at a time. Let's do one. Let's do some with multiples. So I'm going to upload my pictures. These are going to be some of the same things we did before. and upload all my pictures. So now I just drag them over. I'm going to say start upload. And then it's going to upload all the photos into the system and then process them. So now it's doing that. Okay, it's now processing the photos, getting them ready for the next stage, which is SKU assignment. We're going to build complete listings all at one time. All right, so here are my pictures, all of them. This is my very first photo. Let me make sure of the SKU number, 21.95. Okay, I put in my cost in my SKU. Cost on mine on this was $7. It's listed July 25, and the SKU number is in 21.95. This one is all these pictures right here. So that those all are assigned to that SKU. When I hit assign SKU, it keeps the same number, except it increments 21.96. So here we go. 21.96. 21.97. And then 21.98 will be the last one. Once it's uploaded and all those are assigned, then it moves to the next screen, which now I'm going to select all of these and I'm going to say, all right, generate listing data. It's going to cost me 4 tokens of 50 cents each. So now this is going to do it. You can close this window and go do something else, but I'm going to leave it open for you to see how long it takes for these to actually process. So what it's doing is going out and looking at the accurate title, looking for the eBay department category. Then it's going to create the item specifics. It's going to create the description, and it's going to give us a price. And when it's done, it's going to move over into the publishing screen. There's really no limit that we've found so far as to how many items you can list at one time. We had one of our members of the group. He did 100 listings at once, so I know it'll go that high. I usually do anywhere from here, small ones like 4 here. I've gone as high as 20, but that's how I do my batches is in 20s. So it does do the work for you. Okay, completed. And you'll notice here's the description, here's the title, suggested price. So that came up to be close to what the other AI programs came up with. They both had about a $25 price on it. Here's the category, and item specifics are here. We'll take a look at those here in a minute. All right, this one now is vintage Polo Ralph Lauren chino pants. Hammond, that is the model number. It was on one of the smaller tags I took a picture of. This one noted it was whiskered, which it is. It's a whiskered pair of jeans. And then finally, distressed stained pant workwear. That's just true. This is stained and it had a flaw in it. So now it's all complete. Next thing you go to is the publish page. Here you get to edit anything you want to edit. So you just go in here and take a look. Here's the price that it came up with and suggested. I generally up my prices and then put everything on sale. So a $13.99 jean on my chart would be $20.75 would be the list. Actually, no, I'll make it $18.75. Then I'll mark it down. So it gives the mark through and then the red price, makes it look like it's on sale. All right, so here are the item specifics that it came up with. This was read off of the tags. Here we go here. Picked up the model number, where it was made, product line. I generally put that as a 500 series, and it's not vintage. All right, accent values. It has a button, logo, and a zipper. Rise, medium, season. It's year round. It's not handmade, and I'm not going to personalize it. And it is a machine wash, and it's a 5-pocket design. So now I've completed all of the item specifics. I've modified the price to what I want, and now it's saving that ready to be published. You can do that for each of these. And as you're doing it, you're making those changes that will make this a very sellable product. Anything here? I make sure all the item specifics are done. I don't know about you, but I wear jeans year round. If you're wondering how I come up with the price so quick, on the other screen over here, I have a spreadsheet that has all my pricing. That for, in this case, the $30 price, I move it up to 40 and then mark it down, give the appearance of the sale. Where was this post? Where was this made? Mexico. It's not listed as here. So
Did the program know that your item was vintage based on the tag, or did you tell it it was vintage?
I did not tell it. It looked up the tag, and I'll go with it. I can override it if I wish. Let's see if it picked up. This was a test. I wanted to see if it picked it up. That it was, yeah, it's from the 90s. No holes or major defects. It's true pleated cuffed hem. This is what I did not know if it would pick up. These pants are cuffed. So it picked up on that. That's pretty smart. I do pretty good with Dickies. I told you I had vendors that were helping me out. One of them, two of them saved me Dickies. They put those to the side as well. Okay, I think I've done them all now. Got all the item specifics that I want. So let's do this. Save. So now I've got these four. What I want to do now is I want to then these are my payment, these are my policies off of my eBay account. So I'm going to use my payment policy, my returns policy, and then I'm going to choose my flat rate. This is these items are all between 1 and 2 pounds. So flat rate 1 to 2 pounds. That's my zip code from shipping. I can say start immediately, or I can schedule for later. And when I do that, I choose my time zone, date and time that I want to start these. So I'm going to start them at 8 a.m. I'm going to allow best offers. I can choose an interval between listings if I want. Background removal. I can choose to have the first photo have the background removed, or I can just do it manually when it gets into the eBay program. You can also put in your weights. So that comes right straight off of my measurement picture. So I would put my measurements in here, and then that would then post up to eBay. So I would put it into a 15 by 12 by 2. And that would be each one of these that'd be the bag that they go in. And then I would need to put in the weight of each of these pound and ounce. That's why I've measured them. So I have that. I'm going to wait and do that when I get into the eBay program. So now I've selected all four of these and I say publish. Now we just wait. It's going to start doing all the publishing. What I wanted you to see is that you can do multiples at once and you get more of everything filled in for you, where you had to copy paste over in the AI software. With this tool, it plugs it in for you. You don't have to do it yourself. It does all that for you. So when we get over to eBay, I'll show you these listings. Okay. Let's see. Then on the 10th. Oh, here it is. Okay. This is the one we just did. Let's take a look at what it is. So removed that first image, listed all these images, put them in order. I could go in now and clean up that image there if I wished, or I could just leave it as is. There's my title, category. Now the store category is not filled out. So I do have to go in and make that change. Those are my work category, work clothing. There's all the item specifics already filled in for you. That's a biggie. Whereas on the AI software, you do them one at a time. You have to come in and build all that yourself. Here's the item description. It's filled in for you. Here's the description here. My price. And then I get to put in the minimum offer and auto accept. My minimum offer here is 19 and auto accept is 25. There's my scheduled time. And I put in my weight. 15, 12, 2. then I can revise. So when you do get it into eBay published, you have to go in and change the store category. You have to put in your if you want to do offers, you'll need, if you want to put in your minimum and auto accept, you can. And you have to, if you don't put the weight in BetterLister, you have to put it in here. That's it. So questions?
You have 57 scheduled out in advance?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got here's the 8th here, which is tomorrow. Goes down to right here. So from there up is tomorrow.
Wow.
And then the 9th is here, starting here, down to there. That's the 9th. And the 10th, we were just playing with. Down to, come on, there, down to here. And then this is the 11th here. So I got to do some work on that. This BetterLister allows me to do all of these at one time. I did all of these at once. So yeah, 57, and I had over 100 this weekend. I had over 100. I just work ahead, just get ahead. And let's see, this one, this is a listing that I had not sold. It was listed last July. It didn't sell, so I revised it with a new title and description, new price, and I'm going to throw it up tomorrow. It goes up tomorrow. Any of these you see that have revised in it were not sold, and I revised them and I relisted them, took them down, changed them, and put them back up. All right, questions?
So the photo room, how would you, like I use photo room to delete the background.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to complicate matters with BetterLister?
It's going to add a step, but you do that before you upload the pictures to BetterLister.
Yeah.
So you would have that step. It's the same step you're taking now. So there's no extra step. You're already doing it. Obviously, when you get into BetterLister, don't tell it to delete the background of your first picture, because you've already done that work with your photo room.
Yeah, and so there's tokens. Can we talk about the price and the tokens? Like I think there's like photo tokens or something for BetterLister.
BetterLister, there are you get 100 tokens with BetterLister with your subscription. You get 100 tokens per month. It costs you 1 token per listing. You have to use them all. If you don't use them all, you lose what you don't use. So you have to be committed to 100 listings per month. If you need to buy more, which I did, I purchased more tokens. I purchased 50 more, and I have 25 left. They're just 50 cents a piece after that. So there's no discount, but at 50 cents, I'm not worried about that. Like I told you, I saved $50 on my cross listing software that I'll put right into this.
Yeah. So I'm listing like 10 a day, trying to do 10 a day. So it'd be 300 a month.
You would get your money's worth in that you'd have to purchase additional tokens. You'd probably have to purchase 200. If you do 300, because you get 100, you need 300, you'd have to purchase this. So this would cost you 150 a month. Now that's a business decision you need to make. Got kind of quiet. Is there any other question you have on this? This is something you're going to have to figure out if you want to do it or not. At the level
Yeah,
I
I
am,
could I could try 100 and see how I like it, and then
sure,
invest more money later. Yeah,
you're right. You can do it for 1 month.
yeah.
I can tell you that they've made tremendous improvements to the software since it first came out about 3 weeks ago. When you get when you get your subscription, you can go onto Facebook and join his Facebook group for BetterLister.ai. Get a lot of information there. You can get tech support through Facebook. You can get tech support through support@BetterLister.ai. So there's plenty of ways to get technical support, and they're really good. I've used them when I had questions. You can get them. There's also on his YouTube channel, you can get demos of the software as well as how to do things. But you saw tonight, I did I did it very methodically, very not in a hurry, but not really that slow. But I did pretty good with 4 listings, getting them up quick, getting them scheduled, easy peasy. And I'll do this. I'll go take 8 or 9 items, maybe even 10 items, and then come back in and do this. You can upload the photos from your phone directly to the software and then come to your desktop to complete it. You don't have to complete it on the phone if you don't want to, but you can. I know I sound like a commercial here, but for me, this is the way to go because of the number of listings that I'm doing per day. That and the stress of,
How much does it increase your listings per day? Like,
oh, I was struggling to get the 10 a day. And you saw how many I had in the draft bank.
yeah.
I was struggling for 10, struggling. It was a frustration, is how much struggle it was. My bottleneck is right here. And I did have a virtual assistant doing this for me, but he was costing me over $1 a listing. That was quick, and they were pretty good. But I can tell you that I'm over half price less. I'm less than half the price. I'm faster, and my listings are far better than what I was getting through the virtual assistant. So I've cut my listing cost by over half.
Now we just need somebody to take all the photos and we'd have it made.
Yeah, I thought about getting a kid from school, but I'm going to let it just sit there. I'm going to do that.
I missed out and came in too late to see it all. So
Well, I am recording it, so I will post the recording probably tomorrow. I tell you what, I'll do one more
yeah, I'll definitely go back and watch that.
because I have one more item that I want to do that I'm going to do tonight anyhow. That's a little bit off, little oddball, little weird, at least by most standards. So I'm going to take my pictures and pull them over, copy them over, which is just a drag and drop. So watch this, Wes. I'm going to now upload those pictures. They're going to now process those pictures. This doesn't take long at all. So I'm doing this all at one time for you. All right, the SKU. All right, so the listing. Let's see, this is. I'm building my SKU. GC2. Okay, from this picture to this picture. I'm going to assign that SKU. Now let's go build this listing. It's going to cost me a token. Whoop, whoop. this is a golf club, a used golf club. The whole different set of item specifics are just whole different set of with categories. It's all different than clothing. Let's go to ChatGPT and do the same thing. Or Gemini, that's even better. Let's just do Gemini. Here's the pictures. I'm getting fat fingers tonight. I got the name right. And there's the right price. So let's see what Better Listers do. Better Lister has the price way down. So in this case, I'm going to do a golf club single iron. I'm not going to take the background off the first photo because I got my green background on it. Let's look at the item specifics. Oh, I also can move the first image around to be whatever I want. So in this case, I'm going to take it here and I'm going to turn it like that. There's the other face. I think I like all these. Recommended here. Fill them in. And need an additional one club. All right. Save changes and then publish. Easy peasy. So Wes, did that generate any questions for you?
I can't think of anything right
Now,
now.
one question I've got, which I hate to even ask because I may have missed you telling this already, but um, when you go in to put this on, do you put this on anything but eBay Golf Club, or is Golf Club eBay only?
For me, it's eBay only.
Okay, if you were using this Better Lister and it was a clothing item that you plan on putting on Poshmark also,
Yeah.
do you have to pay additional fees for the Better Lister
No, the Better Lister does not.
because it's going on two different sites?
Yeah, I have to use nifty.ai. So what I use.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm. That's a whole different program. There's the club. Oh, I took the background. I'll have to upload the picture again. But there it is.
How many golf clubs do you sell a month, you think?
I just started. This is actually the second club I've uploaded. I am finding it to be a very high-end price points. I'm also finding it to be very profitable as far as listings go. I put my first club up last night, and this is my second one. I've got about maybe 8 or 10 left to list. I got some over here. Yeah, I left that in there. They're right there. All right, guys. That's it. I've shown you how to do it manually, and I've shown you how to do it with this software. And it's up to you guys how you want to do it. You can do it. It's just going to be slower if you do it by AI, but you get good listings. There's nothing wrong with it. And in fact, I use that AI tools that I showed you. I use it to rework my listings. So I too use them. But it's up to you which way you want to go.